Hey guys, we're going to be doing a Bitcoin technical analysis video today, and we're going to be making it short and sweet so I can get it out as soon as possible for you guys so you don't miss this move. Right now we're at $7,783 for the day, and we're up 3.47% today. So basically getting into the charts, we're in this rising wedge that's about to complete. As you know, we were short from the mid 9,000 ranges on this channel and on Discord, so if you don't follow us there, go ahead and go in the description so you guys can follow me on there and subscribe to the channel. Basically, we're in this rising wedge, and right now it's getting very, very tight. So we should be able to come up to at least $8,000 to $8,100 before dumping, or we're just going to dump very, very soon. What I wanted to talk about, so you guys can know and have it in mind, is as much as this move has been very, very good, and everyone thinks that this might be the bounce and this might have been the bottom, it definitely is a temporary bottom, but it still isn't the bottom, I don't believe. As you know, we've got a lot of resistance up here, so I'm going to tell you guys basically on the 4-hour time frame, the 200 EMA is at 8,119. So I'm going to give that max what it can go, and this is the blue EMA that I'm showing you guys right now that my cursor's on. Also, we've got the 100 EMA at 7,750 acting as resistance. We've got the daily time frame. Basically, there's a lot of resistance there. These dotted lines, the red one is basically the 21 EMA, which is very, very tough resistance. Also, we've got some more resistance on here. We've also got the 55 EMA as resistance right here. So right here, actually, this blue line. So there is a lot of overhead resistance, and it would also coincide with the fact that this rising wedge basically completes. I'll show you guys. As you can see right here, the rising wedge completes at around these levels as well. So there's a lot of overhead resistance. We're in a bearish pattern. A rising wedge basically breaks down most of the time. So let's say even to up here, that's around 8,000 if we were to complete the whole thing. So this would coincide with the fact that with our targets basically. So I think the rising wedge is about to complete, and then the high time frame candles, another thing to keep in mind, the high time frame candles is gradually decreasing in volume, which means when we basically decrease in volume, we're going to have a pretty big drop. Like it's not very good. It's not very bullish when you see us decrease in volume like this. If you can see right here, like when we had this pump, we rose up a lot. The volume was absolutely huge. Right here, the volume wasn't as good. The volume was decent, but not as good. And right now we're just decreasing in volume. And even here, we still had some volume, you know, like as you can see here, there was still some volume. But right now there's no volume, which is screaming for a dump. I think one more little push or fake out to this top of this falling wedge before breaking out and before breaking down. Basically, $8,000 is a psychological level. A lot of people are going to be taking profits there either way. A lot of normal people, or a lot of whales are going to be taking profit there at these 21 EMA and all other moving averages that I'm talking about. There's going to be sells lined up to basically take us down as well. So there's just way too much resistance above us to be able to push through it and go to the moon, as a lot of people think we are going to. So as you know, we called the dump basically. We've called the dump on Ethereum as well. We've called the bottom on Ethereum, and yeah, so we've been pretty spot on this channel. So if you want to keep this in mind and not long it here, because this is a very risky level. I know some people that are basically new, or not even new, just people in general are thinking that we're going to go up and it's going to be a huge pump, but in my opinion, we're going to go down, and we're going to go down hard. So as you can see here, even in terms of Elliott waves, we can basically, it's some structure like this. It's looking like an ABC that's going to bring us to at least 7,600, and that will not be very good. So I'll show you guys that count in the next video, but right now I just wanted to quickly get this out for you guys. Also, the 1-hour time frame, if you can see here, the RSI, there's a higher high here, slightly, but there's a higher high, and then there's a lower high here. So right here, even though the price is much higher, the RSI is losing momentum basically. So it's just things to keep in mind. The RSI is losing momentum. On the 2-hour time frame, the stocks are not looking good. They're about to curve back down, and they're about to basically, yeah, they're about to curve back down as well. So it's not looking very good for the bulls. We might have one more fake out, but just be careful, guys, and look for the market to basically come down here soon. And we're aiming for 7,200. That's not the target of this rising wedge. As you know, we're not pattern traders here. We are basically right here. I'll show you guys 7,200. And I think we're going to be able to hit 6,880. I think if we hit 7,200, if we have any closures below 7,350, we're going to be dumping and have continuation to the downside. We're not making any lows. I'm not saying we're going to make a low here right now. We're not going to dump, basically this much. But even then, if you take this short, that's going to be a 7% gain on 10 times. That's 70%. If we hit the 6,800 range, that's about 110% gain. So go ahead and keep this in mind. Draw this on your charts. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and like the video. Also click that notification bell so you can get notifications basically whenever I upload. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.